All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first one pretty exciting because it seems like there has been a Tesla Vision update that is starting to come out. So exciting news for everybody that does not have USS ultrasonic sensors on your Tesla. Of course, that feature was removed, I want to say around November or even December of last year. And so there's a lot of vehicles out there that do not have those sensors, and so this update is very timely because we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for the functionality to come back. I know there's a handful of you with Tesla Model 3, Y, maybe even S or X's at this point that don't have the parking sensor feature ability on your Tesla vehicle. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we get into any of that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested in any of that. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to my buying guide, which has a list of all the best credit unions to finance your Tesla down below in the description down below. And thank you to my latest Patreon members and YouTube members, the YouTube join button, Nick, Jayla Top. Thanks for joining. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being a part of the community and the group. And if you want to check it out, down below in the description. All right, so let us get into this. Shout out to Not a Tesla App, or actually really shout out to Green at Green the Only on Twitter. He's kind of like a Tesla hacker, or a real Tesla hacker, I guess, a Tesla leaker. And they posted this: vehicles without the ultrasonic sensors will soon be able to detect distances with Tesla's new park assistant feature. So if you don't know what's going on, if you're in the market to buy a Tesla right now, if you believe it or not, if you buy a Tesla right now, there is no ultrasonic sensors parking ability. So if you're backing up, what that actually is, like with any other vehicle, with tons of vehicles like Toyotas, even Hyundais and Kias, I think at this point, when you're backing up, it will show you on the radar, or it doesn't show you at this moment. Like, it doesn't give you any sort of warning. You have to kind of base it upon the camera, the backup camera, and all that stuff. And so before this, there was like a little ultrasonic sensor on the bumper, and it would start to do this beep, beep, beep thing as you got closer to like a wall or trash cans or whatever, anything like that. Our 2022 Tesla Model X does that, and also 2022 Tesla Model 3s and Ys also do it. But around like November or even December, they removed that feature. And if you're taking delivery of a Tesla right now, you probably have gotten some sort of notification or thing in your app before you take delivery. Basically, it's telling you to accept a delivery that you're not going to have the Tesla, the ultrasonic sensors, because Tesla's moving to Vision. This is the update I'm actually talking about. It makes you basically agree that you're not going to have those ultrasonic sensors. And so this is good because we've been waiting for this. I mean, arguably this is what, like 4 or 5 months overdue at this point. But shout out to Green the Only. Quote, looks like 2022 44.11 includes the new Vision Auto Park for USS-less cars. Tesla Vision Park Assist provides visual and audio alerts for surrounding objects. This feature uses the occupancy network to predict high definition outlines of 30 objects 36 degrees around the car. So we've been speculating this was going to be coming out for a while, using the vision cameras, the front, rear, left, and right side. And because there's been leaks of this, like people have shown that their vehicles were somehow able to do this a while ago, maybe even salvage vehicles. And so this is good. This is good that it's finally coming out almost 3, 4, 5 months after the USS sensors were actually removed. And so I know I'm going to be pretty excited for this. I know a bunch of you are probably going to be excited for this. And it's funny because there's people out there that are buying Tesla Model 3s and Model Ys right now, and you probably have no idea what we were exactly talking about. So this is good. Hopefully this is, there won't be a skip a beat on this, and everybody will be happy with buying their 55 or 45 or even $60,000 Tesla with their parking sensor feature ability. So definitely some good stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. I know most of you are probably excited like we are. to basically have this luxury feature back that was essentially gone before. So let's see, considering it's only enabled on USS-less cars, I guess it'd be inferior to the real USS experience. After all, you can only do so much about the area where you cannot see. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting because there's gonna be tons of videos probably that are gonna come out right when this feature gets released, comparing USS versus the cameras and the Tesla Vision. But I mean, the good thing is there's probably going to be updates on this, further updates, that's for sure. And Tesla will always be improving this after every single update moving forward. So, probably when it first comes out, there's going to be some accidents, I would say. People are going to hit stuff still. I mean, I almost hit stuff all the time, even though I do have the sensors, and so backing up with big cars or any sort of car can be nerve-wracking at the end of the day. So, or maybe we just rely too much on technology sometimes. But here's a question: is it only active on cars without USS, or is it used for both formers? So that's pretty good. So hopefully this comes out very, very soon. Hopefully that we should see this rolling out to vehicles. So this is good news for you if you have a Model 3 or Model Y. So let me know if you're excited. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Drop it down in the comments or even in the live stream. We're going to jump into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon links if you want to support the channel and receive my buying guide, which has links to all the resources and links that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible financing rate, including credit unions and banks on that list that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing. Tesla financing is like 5.59%. All those banks are lower than that. So definitely check it out if you're interested. Welcome back. Thanks for jumping in, everyone. Paul, I see you. SRT Raven, Nikki, Kay, Wookiees Cookies. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining in. We're going to jump into a few different topics. And then, of course, we will get to the live stream or live stream comments and questions, because that's the benefit of the live stream. You can ask anything you want. You can come in and ask a question, and we will get to it. That's for sure. So thank you for joining in. Let's see, what do we got today? What do we got? We got some spy shots next, but of course we can't do a video without checking the general market as well for Tesla. And inventory is basically the same. No real updates, and I'm wondering if this is going to stay the same for a while. So this next topic, it seems like Tesla is ramping up Model Y production at Giga Austin. We've got some photo evidence. It seems more vehicles are pumping out day by day. And this is good because Tesla Giga Austin is supposed to ramp up to 75,000 units in the first quarter. And so, but it seems like, our friend Troy Teslike is not necessarily predicting that for his production and delivery estimates. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best possible price. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So let us get into this. Shout out to Jeff Roberts from posting this. Model Y shipping out 24/7 at Giga Texas. We've got some more drone shots, I guess. Tons of Model Ys, and no special colors we can see, right? Just basically white, black, usually the standard colors here in the photo. And you see they're getting on trucks ready to delivery. So this is that end of quarter push, right? End of quarter delivery. We're in March right now. And so if you've got an EDD that just got pushed, I just got another message from a Patreon member that said that their inventory or their estimated delivery just got pushed to even May now, which makes no sense to me, right? Because like next month is April. So why would your order get pushed all the way to May? But this is good. This is healthy. We're starting to see a lot more Model Ys getting produced out of Giga Austin, and because this is good, because Tesla Giga Austin is supposed to ramp up to 75,000 Model Ys in quarter one, and so there's going to be a lot of different vehicles that come out of the gate. Checking on Model Y on waitingfortesla.com, we don't see it's all kind of the same. We don't see a lot of Model Y all-wheel drive standard ranges where we usually see it by now with an inventory spike. But still, it's more of the same, like a lot of Model Y long ranges with the 7-seat. And so that's an EDD hack. Like there's 3 EDD hacks, like changing to induction rims might be one, changing to 7-seater interior might be another. But that's really it. Or even potentially changing to a Model Y configuration in your area to try and lock down a delivery. But Jumping over to Troy Teslike, he always posts, or they always post like production and delivery estimates. And you can see right here, we can take a look at the production rate for Giga Austin, Texas, a total of 94,620 for Fremont and Texas combined. But I remember if we looked at it before, he was a little bit lower on the Austin side. You can see right here, 30,224. I don't know what actually model this is, but I think I've seen it right here, 45,464 for Giga Austin, Texas Model Y. This was what he was predicting, at least for delivery estimates, at least on February 28th. So we'll definitely be taking a look to see if that can get closer to maybe 50,000 or even 60,000 units to try and get people to take delivery of their Tesla Model Y. But really no change on the waiting for Tesla site. There's still Model Ys that are available for sale, but the demo vehicles that we discussed and showed like the past few days are pretty much all gone at this point. There's still 7 of them available, and it seems like they're all, a couple of them are in Texas, or 3 of them are in Texas, and the discounted ones, the ones that are 1,000, 2,000, maybe even 2,500, are all pretty much gone. So congrats to every one of you that were able to lock down one on a discounted Tesla Model Y. I think that was definitely one of the better deals. But we're going to jump into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you support the channel, and you can get access to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal with the best financing rate. So definitely check it out if you're interested. Down below in the description at the Patreon or the YouTube join link. I guess we'll jump into some live stream comments because we've got a handful of them. So let's see here. Paul, welcome. Thanks for coming in. SRT Raven, I get my Model 3 Performance Tuesday. Congrats. Nikki, finally, can't wait to get the software update. Yes, that would be good because that's been a long time in coming, this Tesla Vision parking update. Thankfully, we do have a Tesla with the USS sensors, but it'd be a very interesting ownership experience if I didn't have that. Got to base it off your eyes like the old days. Yeah, we got to turn our neck around and go like this. And I haven't done that in such a long time. Wookiees, cookies. What's up, Dennis? Good to see you back on Jake's stream. Yes, Jake's not feeling well today, but hopefully we'll be back this week because he's got some exciting stuff cooking up. That's for sure. Maybe it starts with the GT and it ends in an RS. If you know what I'm talking about. Robert, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining in. Felix, so bummed. Order Model Y Performance on 2/3, original date 3/3/31, and then 3/17/31. Now pushed to April 4th to 5/17, Washington State. If tax credit changes, will likely cancel. Yeah, this tax credit is kind of pending, right? It's $7,500 federal tax credit that you could potentially get, but we've got no really updated information on this. It seems that potentially it could go all the way to March 31st with fingers crossed on a 30 to 60 day rollout on the tax credit, but we really have no idea at the moment. Christian, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a Patreon member. Hi, Dennis. How can I know the manufacturer of my VIN? You mean like the factory? Which factory, right? I can't remember. It's either the 10th digit or the 11th digit, and it's A or F. If A for Austin, F for Fremont. Let's see. How to tell which letter of VIN for Model Y. Let's see. Is it Ford? No. Factory Austin. Can't remember. I think it's 10th. Let's see. 11th digit. If the 11th digit is an F, it's Fremont. If the 11th digit is an A, it's Austin. And why that matters? A lot of people ask me that all the time. Because really, there's really no difference at this point, I think. But from what we've heard, Fremont has better build quality. And for a while, they were earlier to the game with the latest technology. And the latest technology being like Matrix headlights. And so, for a while, Fremont vehicles were getting the Matrix headlights and the Austin vehicles weren't. But I think Austin is also getting them at this point. But we'll definitely see. Thanks for the 5 stars, Christian. BJ, I get my Model Y Saturday. Nice. Congrats to you. Hopefully you got your financing all squared away, and hopefully you got all your accessories and everything lined up. Buying a Tesla is definitely an exciting time. It's not a cheap car, right? I mean, the average price of a vehicle these days is $47,000 being sold in America. And so now that a Model Y is $59,000, it's up there, that's for sure, especially when you're talking monthly payments. And we'll talk about that in our last topic today. today, but we're going to talk about how to get the lowest monthly payment possible. Of course, segment is going to be sponsored by Tenet. Down below the description if you want to check, if you want to get a preview of what Tenet actually is, but you can use that, and I'll give you the exact strategy on what I would do and how to use Tenet. Congrats! When you get the VIN, when you get assigned a VIN number, or Tesla Model Y about 4 days ago. So curious. German Pro, my recommendation to you, there's a bunch of EDD hacks on the channel. Since you just ordered 4 days ago, you probably don't know what EDD is. EDD stands for estimated delivery date. It's within your app. It basically is the date in which your Tesla vehicle might actually get delivered. But check out the channel. There's tons of videos on EDD hacks. Just put it in the search. But really, I would just go to waitingfortesla.com, see if there's any vehicles near you that have a decent discount or one that you might be interested in, try and switch to one of those actually in stock. And just out of curiosity, we've been tracking the Model 3 demo inventory status, and I want to see vehicles get into the $2,000 to $3,000, maybe even $4,000 discount. It does not seem like it's getting there just yet. It seems like there's 42 demo vehicles for sale right now, but a lot of them don't have any sort of discount. So maybe we'll get to there really, really soon. I want to see $3,000 to $4,000 off. And what I really want to see is I want to see a discounted Model 3 that starts with a 3 at the beginning of it, like a 39,990. That would be pretty sick. Taste and travel curiosity. Thanks for coming in. Dang, order Model Y performance 2.1 ETA 315 331. Came 310 and got it 314. Nice. Congrats to you. Thanks for coming back in and dropping that comment. Hopefully you're enjoying the Tesla Model Y. Model Y performance, definitely a solid car, very fast car. And anybody that is just buying a Tesla or is just about to get one, check out our parts and accessory partners down below right here. All the links are also down below in the description. But to my really good interior accessories, Jawa, really good foam mount. Tesloid got good floor mats for, I would say, entry level. And then, of course, if you want a little bit more premium all-weather floor mat or even just floor mat, check out 3D Mats USA right there. Discount code on the screen. Of course, all links are down below in the description as well. And thank you to the discount partners and promo partners. And of course, I got to mention that we are still running one last giveaway this month. If you're interested in participating, it's actually a giveaway from MAGBAK. Thank you to MAGBAK for sponsoring. And we are giving away a phone mount for your Model 3 or your Model Y. It's this video right here if you want to join in. And this is the exact phone mount we're actually giving away. I would say arguably it's a little bit more sleeker looking than maybe potentially other companies out there. But if you're interested in this phone mount, you can use code Dennis15 off for 15% off this phone mount. And they've actually got a bunch of other cool stuff as well. Like I've got their phone case and their wallet, and I'm using it as well. But shout out to MAGBAK and thank you to MAGBAK for sponsoring it. This giveaway will probably announce the winner this coming Friday. So if you want to join in, check it out. Check it out right there. What's your suggestion max charge percent? Tesla has it set for 90, but everywhere I've read says 80 to 85. Really, to me, it's just time, based upon time. So whenever I go to superchargers, I only charge about 75, 80, just because that last 75 to 90% takes too long for me, I would say. So I just unplug and then move on my way. BJ, I got my VIN 2 days ago. Yes, sir. I got the delivery date and time. I have to travel to mine to get mine from MS. Okay, nice. Ordered Model Y performance, got VIN. EDD is March 20th to 29. Nice. Thanks for coming in and dropping that. When did you order yours? For Wang. Sorry. Got your VIN today, Wang Salt? What's your suggestions max charge? Oh yeah, sorry, read that already. Bought a used Model 3 long range today. Nice, Kenny. What was the deal you got? Put it in the chat so we can take a look at if you probably got a good deal. But we want to see what's the market out there, because it seems like the Tesla used market is starting to get hampered just a little bit. But as we get through tax season, as we get to spring, and then of course the summer, people want to get antsy during the summer. They want to travel, they want to buy stuff, they want new things. And so that usually is what happens. But if you're just joining in, welcome. We're talking about how Tesla There's a Tesla Vision update now for vehicles that don't have USS sensors, and so that's going to be rolling out soon. So this is good news because they removed this feature probably like last year, Q3 or Q4, and so they've been waiting a while to bring this back. So this is good news, and there's probably a lot of you out there that have either ordered a Tesla or just took delivery that have no idea that your vehicle didn't have USS ultrasonic sensors, parking sensors, or it doesn't even have that luxury feature that almost every sort of vehicle actually has, with when you back up and the vehicle goes beep beep beep. But this is good because you don't have to worry about it. An update is out, it's coming, and so you'll have that feature come back at the moment. How can I buy a new Model 3 long range right now? Well, actually, the AJ, you can actually go to waitingfortesla.com. This is a third-party aggregator site. Shout out to TJ and the team. You can actually filter down to Model 3 and then try and wait for a long range to pop up. But you can see right here, there's interesting 60 Model 3 performances that are available. Of course, this is $4,000 more than a long range, but right now there are no long ranges actually in inventory. I think those are the two hottest vehicles right now, Model Y long range and Model 3 long range. But if you want to try and take delivery early, if you want to try and take delivery, take advantage of this $7,500 federal tax credit, then you might want to consider switching to a vehicle that's actually in inventory so that you can try and lock one down, because this it's tax season right now. So I can certainly understand wanting to save money on next year's taxes, because it does not affect this year's taxes right now before like the April. So that's like a PSA. I get that question also a lot. Like, if I buy a Tesla right now, do I get the benefit or the credit this year for this year's taxes? No, it's next year's taxes for when you file next year at the moment. Preet, thanks for coming in. Just clock in. Ordered since February 5th. Nice. See, user. Welcome back. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for dropping by. 2 days ago, we're all pretty close. Happy Hippo, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Order 131 took delivery Model Y Performance today, Sacramento. Congrats, Doe. Thank you for that. RLG Woody, welcome back. Well, Dennis, does your MAGBAK discount also apply to other products? I'm interested in their wallet. Thanks. Yes, it actually does. Check it out. The code right there was before, and here's actually the wallet if you want to see it. They actually shipped me one of these as well. I think it's pretty nice. It's the one thing that I'll tell you, because I'm upfront and I'm transparent, right? I don't think it has the Find My Phone feature that, like, of course, the Apple version has, but I mean, it's still premium leather and it's got a nice feel to it. But so those are kind of the differences. It's probably a little bit cheaper than Apple's version at the end of the day, but if I were to buy the Apple version, it would be because of the Find My feature. I got my used Model 3 long range all-wheel drive with full self-driving. It's on 2023 build software. Any way to make sure it doesn't update until full self-driving catches up? Yeah, you just basically don't update it yourself at the end of the day. If they want a race car that can accelerate like a rocket, go for performance. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that go from performance vehicles and they feel like they also want to get like the Model Y Performance. And Model Y Performance, Model 3 Performance is going to get you a quicker, earlier delivery than any other one. So it's like a double-edged thing. Like, you might as well go for it if you want the quicker delivery. What do you think of the Model Y Performance? Worth the extra cost and closer delivery? I would say so, because one of the EDD hacks that we mention on the channel a lot is if you're going to order a Model Y long range, and the way to get it earlier and quicker right now is to upgrade to the $2,000 induction rims. But if you're already adding another $2,000, you might as well add another $2,000 on top of that for the Model Y Performance, and then you get the spoiler, lower suspension, the bigger rims, which I don't really care for because I don't think they're as comfier. And that's really, I think aluminum pedals is like the last thing. Actually, it's right here. Lower suspension, carbon fiber spoiler, pedals, brakes, which is just covers on top of it. And then, of course, the 21-inch rims. And this last thing of increased speed from 135 miles an hour to 155 miles an hour, I'm not sure if that's like a really good feature at the end of the day. Awesome. Big improvement from my 2023 Model 3 from 2019. Yes, that's a big, yeah, from 2019 to 2023, it's a big jump in terms of build quality, everything. Took delivery of my Model Y long range 7-seater yesterday. Originally took delivery today, but my wife talked them into earlier pickup. Nice. Congrats. Yeah, I've heard of that. Like if you've got a pending EDD and you've already got your VIN and they've already scheduled you for delivery, you could potentially go in a day or two earlier. And if the vehicle is ready, they might be able to get you squared away. But usually that doesn't work on like weekends when they're already so busy. But if it's like midweek or something like that, they might be able to hook you up. Raw, thank you for coming in. If I buy a Tesla Model 3 this week, will I still be eligible for the tax credit? Yes, as it stands right now, any Model 3 or Model Y that you take delivery of before the IRS and Treasury release the guidance, and that could be any day in March, but it seems like it could be a March 31st announcement, then you will be eligible as long as you yourself are eligible for the $7,500 federal tax credit. But what I would recommend is the day of your delivery, call the IRS. There is a hotline just to double check, triple check before you actually take delivery. I think the hotline is, I don't know where exactly is on here, but I've called them before and it's not that long of a wait, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. You can call them just to clarify, like to make sure that they have not released any more guidance on the tax credit. And if you're curious on what that guidance actually is, the federal tax credit is broken down into two parts. It's $7,500, but it's broken into $3,750 based upon the critical battery minerals and another $3,750 based upon the battery components. And they have yet to release that guidance to really see which vehicles qualify and which actually don't. And so until then, all Model 3s and all Model Ys that are new and you take delivery qualify for these $7,500 federal taxes. And it qualifies for when you do your taxes next year, not when you file for your taxes this year. It's next year's taxes. I got my Model 3 standard range delivered in February this year. Am I eligible for the $7,500 federal tax credit? Yes, I believe you are. But you're eligible for next year when you file for your taxes. Matrix headlights are guaranteed on performance, not on long range. Yes, that's a great point, Kay. Like when I took delivery, and Matrix headlights have actually been around for a while. Actually, when I took delivery of my 2021 Tesla Model Y Performance, that is when they actually first started rolling out with the Matrix headlights, and I was like, oh, cool, it has it, and I was like, it's pretty nice, but. In long ranges, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Even Steven, what's up, Dennis? I got my white performance. Nice. Congrats. Congrats to you. Text and then email. Nice. Does Tesla accept part of the credit card down payment on delivery day? They do not. They only accept checks. I've heard of strategies where you can use websites like Plastic. If you don't know what Plastic is, it's a payment processing or credit card processing check system where you pay like 2.89%, which could be worth it if you're working for like credit card sign-on bonuses, but most of the time it's usually not. Ordered 2-3, picked up 317, Daily City. Nice. Congrats to you. They give you 3 days to claim delivery. Okay, got it. That makes sense. It looks like Tesla updated the tax rate disclaimer site. It says that IRS and Treasury intend to issue no later than March 31st, 2023. Yeah, they updated about a week ago, Nikki. Thanks for pointing it out. They updated. We did make a video on that the same day, but it's still basically the same thing. I think what they wanted to make clear with this update is they wanted to make clear it's like deliveries taken, but since they've updated to no later than March 31st, I think it's going to be something which they're actually going to announce it on March 31st just for like clarity and so people aren't confused, and then I'm pretty sure they'll do like a 30 to 60 day rollout, but who knows at the end of the day. Tesla Vision going to work? Yes, hopefully. I mean, you can be sure that once Tesla Vision actually comes out with this parking sensor system and it starts to roll out the vehicles, there's going to be a ton of people out there that are going to try and compare this against USS ultrasonic sensors. And there's going to be videos and like, oh, it's great, it sucks, and all that stuff. And maybe there'll be updates based upon the updates of the software as well, just like how there's a lot of autopilot updates. Steven, what's the Tesla Vision update? Yes, there's an update that's coming out. It's rolling out, and it seems like it's baked into the code that Tesla Vision Auto Park will be out for vehicles that do not have the USS sensors. This is good because, of course, if you've been following, if you know that USS sensors were removed probably like November or December for Model 3 and Model Y, and now they're also removed from the Model S and X, which is crazy because, you know, Model S and X is such a high-priced vehicle relative to other vehicles. And so, I mean, arguably USS sensors is a luxury feature, but if Tesla can come out with this software to actually fulfill that gap, then it'll be good at the end of the day. Oh wait, did I ask you how soon the delivery date was from when you get assigned your VIN? Usually it's about 1 to 3 weeks. What about blind spot alerts? That's a great question. Hopefully that comes out with another update as well. I paid my Model Y performance, or paid my Tesla performance in full. Does that mean I get the 7500? I have yet to receive my car yet. Yeah, well, as long as you take delivery before the March 31st deadline, and you yourself has to qualify for the tax credit. And so if you don't know what that is, check out the videos on the channel where we go into that in detail on which things you have to actually check the box on, and so that you can qualify for yourself for that as the tax credit. My 2019 Model 3 has a light bleed on repeater camera. Anyone have success getting that placed under warranty? I would just take a shot. Anyone bought a Model 3 in Tesla? Anyone bought a Tesla 3 in New Jersey this month? Did you get the 4,000 rebate right away? Oh, okay, gotcha. Check out. Delivered 2 days after the VIN is assigned. Yeah, that's quick. And as we get closer to the end of the month, because it is the last month of the quarter, if you get a VIN, do expect that Tesla will get very aggressive with you and try and make you take delivery ASAP. So anybody that has an estimated delivery date that's this month, be aware of that. Anybody that has a delivery date that's next month or the month after and you're in like California, also be aware. Like Tesla could bump you up at any moment because they basically do this thing where they try and rush and try and hit a sales number to try and get as many deliveries this month. And so they might move some things around in which will try and get you to delivery of your vehicle a lot quicker. So just be ready for that. I would say as a PSA, if your estimated delivery date is within a 30-day window, maybe start trying to apply to some financing companies to get that squared away. And if you don't know where to start, there's a bunch of financing companies that we recommend on the channel that can get you the best rate. And if you want a list of all of them that I have, check out the Patreon link down below in the description or the YouTube join link to get access to my buying guide, which has all the financing banks. How do I claim the tax credit? Talk to your CPA. My estimated delivery is March 25th to March 31st. So I'll be eligible for the tax credit. As long as you take delivery, then yes, Fong, you'll be good. I got my Model Y Performance 319, purchase date 2/4. Nice. Well, technically your purchase date was 319, but yeah. Any lease deals? Yes, actually the Model 3 has a great lease deal. Well, I guess great is relative, but great, decent lease deal. I'm using 2023 2.2 in my 12 in my Model Y long range, but I still don't have the Tesla Vision Park Assist. So it seems like it's been coming out 2022.44.11. So coming soon, I guess. I'm curious how the secondary market will look when the Cybertruck comes out. It's a little but ugly, sure, but man, does it look like a tank in person. Well, Sir Rock, thanks for dropping that because that's going to be our next topic. We're going to talk about the Cybertruck a little bit. It seems like there was a little bit of a debate on the internet, and so it seems like some specs might be actually released. So we'll take a look at it, but in this next topic, we're going to talk about the Tesla Cybertruck, some specs or details that were being discussed. And so we'll take a look at what it actually means to see if any of it makes any sense, because Cybertruck is right around the corner, maybe June, July of this year. So it's definitely going to be a pretty exciting time. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla with the best financing rate. So definitely check that out if you're interested, and hit that subscribe. But let us get into this. So shout out to Warren Redlick, the Daily Life on Twitter. Cybertruck prediction thread. First model delivered. Reply with template. Range. So Warren is predicting a 420 mile range. Length, width, and height 225, 80, and 74. Curb weight only 5,000. pounds. That seems a little light, right? Battery pack 140, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, 1/4 mile in 10.5 seconds. That's pretty fast. Bed length 7248, pass through full. Okay, that'd be nice from the bed to the seats. Seating 5 or 6, radius top speed 140. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And of course, shout out to Sir Rock for bringing up the topic of Cybertruck, because this is going to be interesting. Of course, the first model Cybertrucks that actually come out are always going to have some hype to it initially. So I'm pretty excited because I think I'm pretty low on the list. And so maybe we'll get one this year. Fingers crossed. Hopefully everything goes through on the strategy. But here is Matthew Donegan Ryan, which we know he is the one that did a lot of predictions with the Cybertruck. Supposedly had an insight, the insides talking about the Cybertruck, and had some more details. And so he rebutted to what Warren actually talked about. So potentially range, he kind of, I guess, agrees with that. Wrong, closer to 231 or 84, so a lot longer than what Warren actually predicted. Way too light. That's what I was thinking too. 4,900 pounds seems way too light for a truck. And so Matthew actually said it's going to be closer to 6,000 pounds or even 7.5 thousand pounds. But I guess the question is, like, how heavy is like the Hummer EV? Because the Hummer EV, I think, oh, holy smokes, the Hummer EV is 9,000 pounds. And I gotta say, seeing the Cybertruck in person, at least the prototype at the Peterson Museum in Los Angeles, it's a big Tesla. So for it to be lighter than 4,900 pounds, I kind of agree. It's definitely going to be 6, maybe 7.5 thousand pounds heavier. Battery pack 140, potentially okay. 0 to 60, 2.8 seconds. That's the fast end of their range. Yeah, because if it's so big and it's so heavy, it's definitely going to be a lot, not that slower. But let's see, Hummer. We're just gonna do a bunch of Hummer EV to Tesla Cybertruck. So Hummer EV goes to 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. So I could easily see the Cybertruck also being able to do that as well. All the other stuff, they're essentially not as exciting, right? Like top speed 140, 5 seat only at launch. Okay, so it's okay. And then no pass through, only glass only, because pass through between the seats from the bed would actually be really, really nice. But I guess unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case here. But definitely some cool stuff. I'm certainly excited of the Cybertruck actually coming out, because it's 3-4 years in the making now to actually see this crazy vehicle of a Tesla vehicle that is actually going to be coming out. So let me know what your thoughts. Do you agree with the stats that are on the screen? Do you think it's going to be similar to this? I mean, what we've heard recently is that the Cybertruck is going to be a big, very big vehicle, maybe even small, a little bit smaller than a Ford Raptor. And Ford Raptors are massive and huge. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump back into the live stream comments and questions. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources and links that I use to get the best possible deal on a Tesla, including financing and banks on that list that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing. Some as low as 2.5 to 2.99%. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. See user, Tesla are tanks. Yes, for sure. I mean, they're all pretty much heavier than other cars, I would say. But if you're just joining in, I know the thumbnail and title says that Tesla Vision is parking sensors are coming back for the USS. Or vehicles without USS. So this is a good update, because we know that the Tesla Vision hasn't been out for a while now, or at least the parking sensor ability hasn't been out. And so this is good that Tesla is finally releasing this update for Tesla Vision. And so we have this basic functionality back with vehicles. Is the auto park a part of EAP? I don't know, actually. Order 311 just got in today. Pickup day 325. Okay, 6 days. So what, this Friday? Nice. Congrats to you. Hopefully you got your financing all squared away. How accurate is the mileage according to their website? Pretty accurate, but I would say all new vehicles can have anywhere from 15 to 80 miles. Some even more. So definitely just be aware of that. Really wish Tesla made a front bumper level camera with V4. Still can't understand why they don't do this. It's hard to place the front end of my car. Even lower cost OEMs offer this feature. RLG, I completely completely agree. Like they should have one right in the front. They should have bird's eye view. They should have, I mean, as much as we promote that Tesla is such a technology company, right? It seems a little lacking on like the 360 view and like curb awareness and all that stuff. I completely agree. If Tesla moves up your date unexpectedly and require you to pick it up, let's say you're out of the country or state and they decide to give your car away, do you lose the purchase agreement and deposit? Vlad, you actually know. Your order stays in place if you're out of town and things like that. You'll still keep your order and you'll still keep your price locked in. But usually, they could give you ultimatums as well. But what they do is just release your vehicle to someone else, but your order should stay intact. From the past experience, it's more likely after March the tax repayment will be much less. Well, really, there's no past experience on this, Preet. So this has never really happened before in the past from this $7,500 federal tax credit. And so it's kind of uncharted territory because this is all new with the Inflation Reduction Act, which like the $7,500 federal tax credit is broken into two parts. And so it really changes the game. But for clarity, because I'm pretty sure they don't want to cause a lot of confusion when people file for their taxes next year. So they're probably going to try and make it as clear as possible, like announcement March 31st, April 1st, or even maybe like a 90-day rollout, like so that way it's first half of 2022 or 2023 you're good, and then second half of 2023 you're not good and you don't qualify for the $7,500 federal tax rate. Hopefully they make it really clean. I mean, best case scenario, Tesla Model Y and Model 3 both qualify for the $7,500 tax credit, and they qualify indefinitely moving into the future. So that would be nice. But then you can for sure bet if the Model 3 and Model Y qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit, Tesla will just keep updating the price, increasing the price more and more, because there's a big thing that happens next year with the tax credit. The federal tax credit, the $7,500 federal tax credit becomes point of sale discount. So essentially what that would mean is if you're building your vehicle right now and you build it up to $58,000, $59,000, when you go to payment, it's actually going to have a line item discount right here that says minus 70 or 7,500 due to the federal tax credit. So that's supposed to go in effect next year. Of course, OEMs and Tesla will have to try and figure out how they're going to do that, but really not at the moment. Auto Park is not available for 2023 Model Y because of the needed Tesla Vision update, since we do not have the ultrasonic sensors. Yeah, thank you, C-User. Thanks for coming. Hopefully that truck has good range when towing to work like a truck. I mean, the one thing with Tesla is potentially they do overstate some of their range, at least from real world, or at least from what they say to real world. So if you're towing a bunch of stuff, then it's definitely going to deplete the battery much more. If it does not have the right parking conveniences, though, I'm sure many will complain about the Cybertruck. Yeah, that's going to be key with like cameras all over and around the place of that vehicle, because it is going to be massive at the end of the day. We'll have to watch the video again, because if this update is only for Auto Park, that means it is those who purchase EAP. It's a good question. Let's see. So it looks like the 2022 20.44.1 includes the new Vision Auto Park for USS. I think they said I think he's saying Auto Park, but he doesn't mean like the EAP Auto Park. I think it's just like Tesla Vision Park Assist is the feature. So it should be good, but I see what you're trying to say, Happy Hippo, because like there's terms being thrown around and they're kind of similar to each other. Does Tesla honor the original base price if you take accelerated delivery? We've heard mixed things on that. If they offer the vehicle to you, then yes, they should honor the price. Got Matrix headlights on my Model Y long range. It was a Fremont build. Thank you, CH. Thanks for coming. Yeah, because we've heard that Fremont always gets Matrix headlights from the Model Y long range, and Austin is like a crapshoot. But it seems like maybe Austin has came to the plate now, and they're starting to roll out the Matrix headlights on those as well. I put reservation for a Cybertruck since November 26, 2019. Time 6:42. Nice. Geo man, congrats to you. There's actually a way to check what number line you're in. Check out our channel. There's a video where you can type in like Cybertruck, check what number line you're in, and see what number line you're actually in. Can you play the game Cyberpunk on Teslas? Can you pair it with a game controller like PS5 or Xbox? I think it's for the Model S and Model X only, but I've never tried it. Yeah, Happy Hippo, that's a great question. What do you think, Geo man? What do you think the initial price is going to be for the Cybertruck? I think it's going to be like $69,000. Hummer 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds at 9,000 pounds. Wowzer. Yeah, exactly. Huge ass vehicle, heavy vehicle, and it can move like that. And yes, it can. Who wants a Hummer? SMH? Yeah, exactly. I definitely wouldn't want one. I talked to a Ford Mach-E driver today while at a light on the Model Y Performance. Man, it didn't seem like he regrets getting the Mach-E. Ciroc, that's funny you came in and said that. My Model Y long range 2023 80% battery is about 263 miles. Yeah, so that's why even with the Model X, like it's supposed to be 350 miles at best. I try and just charge up to 78% because that last 10% from 70 to 80 to 70 to 90 takes like double the amount of time. So it's like not worth it, and I just move on to the next one. Data from 3 weeks exclusive supercharging. See, user, you're kind of on the right path. I've actually also been supercharging exclusively, and I'm gonna make a video something like I supercharged without a home charger for 6 months, so you didn't have to. Or here's what happened. I'm gonna total up all the different costs and everything. Well, I guess not essentially real costs because we have the supercharger miles, but I write down the proposed cost on what it would have charged me. 83 to 89%, not 93 to 89%. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. I look forward to more video info about the tax rate next year at the point of sale. Wicked cookies. Exactly. Well, it's written in the IRA inflation reduction wording, and so it's supposed to be point of sale on next year for at least all the OEMs and manufacturers are have to institute it. Will they actually do it? Will they get some sort of pass? Well, that's the question. But of course, Tesla, since they sell direct to consumer, they should be able to do it really easy. But it's gonna be interesting on like who qualifies, right? Because are you gonna have to submit your taxes to Tesla for them to verify it that you qualify and all that stuff, right? It's gonna be interesting on that. But you can for sure bet, like if the $7,500 federal tax credit is just taken off the price at sale, then I mean Tesla could just up the price as well because they could. Thanks to user. Thanks for always coming in. I've already paid my down payment via the app, and on delivery day I write delivery for the car for some reason. Do I get my money back? Yes, but it can be a pain to get it back. So just be FY aware on that. If you're just joining in, welcome. Looks like there's a new update that has been spotted by Green the Only, and it seems like Tesla Vision will be bringing back parking sensors ability, the functionality for vehicles that do not have USS, which is the ultrasonic sensors in the Tesla vehicles. So we're going to get into our next topic. So in this next topic, I'm going to show you exactly on how to get the lowest monthly payment on a Tesla possible by using this financing partner. And of course, this financing partner is actually Tenet. Shout out to Tenet for sponsoring this segment of this video. And I'm going to show you because Tenet's a good sponsor because they give you a different way on how to finance your vehicle. I know a lot of you will come to the channel here because you want to figure out how to get the lowest financing rate. Well, I'll just be upfront. Tenet doesn't have the lowest financing rate, but they give you a different ability to get the lowest monthly payment possible. So we'll go through some use examples, and I'll give you my exact strategy on how I would use Tenet to get the lowest monthly payment on a vehicle. And if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And shout out to Tenet for sponsoring this video. Of course, always being a partner when we're, I'm going to try and get Tenet to do a really cool giveaway as well next month, not next year. So let us get into this. So Tenet, if you don't know what they are, they're basically a financing company that is in the tech space, and they are able to finance EVs a little bit differently because they understand that electric vehicles are just better vehicles, are different vehicles that don't necessarily have other issues like other vehicles. And so they can offer you different financing products on these vehicles that can lower your monthly payment or have low monthly payments that are different from other types of vehicles out there. And so what they actually do is they allow you to defer a portion of the loan off till next year or even to the end, and they allow you to even defer as minimum or as even amount of like $7,500, which is like the federal tax credit, right? So if you don't know right now, there is a $7,500 federal tax credit on a Model 3 or Model Y. And of course, you don't get this right off the bat. You don't get it immediately at point of sale. You have to get this money when you yourself qualifies next year, when you file for your taxes next year before April, like February to April. You get this as a added money back to your tax refund. And of course, there's a whole other video on what makes you qualify as an individual yourself as a person. But there are some details here on the Tesla website in which people can actually qualify for the federal tax credit. But going back to Tenet, they allow you to defer that amount, the $7,500, even more or even less, off of the monthly payment, which then allows you to get a very low monthly payment, maybe even $150 a month based upon their example here. And reasons why you would do this, why it would make sense, because there is a strategy, and we'll go through how this could make sense. There's a strategy where you defer the $7,500 out of the payment, get a low monthly payment, and then next year when you get that $7,500 back on your taxes, you can then pay off Tenet, and then you'll be good and square to go. And then potentially, even if the interest rates and all the different things go down next year, you could then refinance the whole thing at the end of the day. Because yes, Tenet is not a low interest rate like some of the other credit unions and banks that we recommend. Maybe, of course, those are like 4%, but really a 5% or 5.5% that Tesla has for only a year until you get that tax credit back is really not that much interest relatively, I guess, at the end of the day. So I've got an auto loan calculator right here. I put in $55,000 and so actually, no, this is if we did 5.5. So I've got $55,000, 72 months at a 1% interest rate over 72 months. And of course, if you take a look right here in year one, if you were to take the hypothetical situation that I talked about, then you would be seeing that we would pay an elevated interest of $509 in just year one. And then you refinance the whole thing next year. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you, that you can get a lower monthly payment. Why people would want a monthly payment? Usually that's more directed to people that use Teslas for business, like maybe like an Uber driver that wants less liability each month and wants more cash flow for whatever the reason, or people that might be using it for their other business. They want other cash flow. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Check out Tenet down below in the description if you want to check out to see how they can take your situation to finance your vehicle at a lower monthly payment. And yeah, thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this section. Hopefully this makes a lot of sense. And if you have any questions on Tenet or even financing in general, drop it down in the comments or even the live stream, because we get to every single comment and answer every single question on that. So hopefully if you have any questions, drop it in the comments and we'll drop back into the live stream. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by Tenet. So definitely check it out, and thank you to Tenet for sponsoring. Your thoughts on Tesla Giga Mexico? Too much risk with drug cartel problems? The whole country? I actually have no idea. I haven't even looked at that, but maybe. How much is the tax and fees for 2023 Model 3 standard range? Depends on your area. It could be 5 to 10%. Andre said his Tesla battery capacity went down 10% after 1 year of exclusively supercharging. Yeah, the one thing is you have to make sure you precondition a lot, but 10% down, that seems actually normal to actually any Tesla. We have a video, I think Model 3 degradation, and we basically linked up like Teslafy to the actual vehicle, and I think it went down like 22,000 miles, 2 years. I think it went down almost like 15% at the end of the day. I got my lease to get lower payments, and in 24, I'm hoping to be able to transfer the lease and just purchase a Model Y. So sorry to burst your bubble, Kenneth. Unfortunately, you cannot transfer you can transfer Tesla leases, but you can't sell out of it. So yeah, if you can transfer it to someone else, then that would be perfect. That'd be ideal. My prediction is the price of the Cybertruck will be $120,000. Hopefully it won't be that high, because that's higher than the competition across the board. Like Rivian's like 80 to 90 right now. Same with Ford F-150 Lightning, but we'll see. Is Park Assist standard, or do you have to pay more for it? Well, I guess we'll know, but I think it's standard at this moment, Phil. See, user, I had seen a video on YouTube where a woman supercharged for 1 year and lost no range. She did it purposely because she was only keeping it for a year. Hopefully that's the case, but I think you're going to lose 5% no matter what. How much is the tax and fees? Oh, 5 to 10%. Hi, Dennis. Just got a Model 3. I enjoy your content. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Congrats on your brand new Tesla or your Tesla. Enjoy it in a good health. He said fast charging hurts the battery. Hence, he advised me to lower the amps or decrease the charging speed to have a longer battery life. Yes. If you don't preconditioning it, well, I guess at the end of the day, supercharging because of the high heat transfer, it can hurt your battery. But if you precondition, it will be a lot better. Can you help me purchase a Tesla? Yeah, of course I can, Raul. Check out my Patreon link down below where you can schedule a call with me and I answer any questions live on, or I answer any questions on a one-on-one call where I can help you out. All right. If you're just joining in, it seems like a new update is coming down the pipeline for Tesla with Tesla New Vision Auto Park for vehicles that don't have ultrasonic sensors. This is good because this feature hasn't been around for a while now, and it'll be good for Teslas to have a parking sensor feature that almost every, I think, vehicle has that as standard at this point. But taking a look at the Model Y market, because seems to be the hottest vehicle out there right now, really no change. Just a bunch of 7-seater option Model Ys out there, 64 to 11 5-seats, and there is some demo discounted vehicles, but they seem to be going very, very quickly. I think right now, at least yesterday, there was 25 to 30 on the website, and now there is only 7 at the moment. But thanks for watching, everyone. Check out the links below in the description if you want to support the channel. And we'll probably be back tomorrow, like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And let's see if there's any more questions. I just can't wait to decide between a new Model Y or a used Model S. Well, I would say go for, depends on it. Like a used Model S, of course, refresh only, like 2021 only. If that's still within like the same price or same striking range, then I would say go use Model S. But I'm pretty sure a refresh Model S is going to be like 75 and a new Model Y is going to be like 60. So that's going to be that you have to really decide if that difference in price is worth it to you. But thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit that like if you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And thanks for coming in, and hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. See ya.